The other common question that we've been receiving a lot about the National Visa Center is when you are preparing, when you're at the National Visa Center phase of your case and you're preparing documents to upload into the SEAC portal, if you're on that, if you're at that step of your case, you probably have already logged into your SEAC portal and can see all of those required documents. And part of that document list, there's a lot of notes where it says original marriage certificate, original birth certificate. And I've had a lot of people recently that have been asking, what is an original document? What does the National Visa Center mean by an original document, original marriage certificate, and this original birth certificate? And does it have to have a seal? Or exactly how do I know if I have an original? And so a good rule of thumb, a good place to go, actually the place to go, would be something called the National Visa Center Reciprocity Table. And I will post that link and then the show notes as well, so you have reference to that table. But the National Visa Center Reciprocity Table will tell you basically exactly what the birth certificate should look like, what information the birth certificate should have, or the marriage certificate. Any civil document that's required, the National Visa Center Reciprocity Table has a list of all the countries, and it will tell you based on that particular country what that original document is, exactly what the contents of that document need to be, how it should look, the color of the seal. It's a very detailed chart, so you can make sure you have the correct civil documents. And so this original document requirement, I know a lot of people are asking, is that the same? Is that different than a certified document? And so really your original is the birth certificate that you received when you were born, or when you were married, that certified marriage license, right? Those would be the originals. But sometimes in life, you might lose those documents, and those documents could be damaged. And if that happens, there's a way to order a certified copy, which is also considered an original. I know it's not the original because it's not the original document that you received when you were born or when you got married, but it constitutes as an original for National Visa Center requirements, basically. And so that National Visa Center Reciprocity Table would have information about not only what the document should look like, but it'll also have information about how you can obtain a certified version of that same document if you don't have the original one, and then that would constitute as an original to meet the requirements of the National Visa Center. Something though that I do want to note is there could be documents too that you need from the United States. And so if that happens to be the case, it probably will. There'll be documents you'll need from other countries and then also from the United States. And so to answer your question, this individual who had a question, they were asking both about documents from other countries and then documents in the United States. So it's good to know that in the United States too, there's many different states, there's many different courts. And so each court has each clerk's office, and each vital records office has their own process. So an original document could be, for example, in the example of a divorce, let's say, when if you went through a process and you were divorced and you received a certified divorce decree at the time that the divorce was finalized. So that document can be considered the original, or you might need to order a certified version, and it will really depend on that clerk's office or that court as to what would constitute a certified version or an original version. Some courts in the United States, they will put a seal on it, an ink seal or a raised seal, and that shows that it's a certified document or an original. And then other clerk's offices will actually have a process, which is very nice. When we have clerks and courts that we work with around the country, some of them have a really streamlined process where you can order the records online and they will provide you with a certified version electronically. And so if that is their process and that is what they consider a certified record, then that would work as well for an original document. So really the answer to this original document requirement is that it'll really depend on the state and the country. And it's just a matter of either using that National Visa Center reciprocity table to make sure you have the right version, or checking with the local clerk's office, court, vital records office, etc. in the United States to figure out what their process is and what is considered a certified version of that original document. So hopefully that helps give you some clarity on that original document requirement that you'll see on the National Visa Center instructions.